Panel roughing best practices involve several key steps and considerations to ensure a safe and professional installation. These best practices involve materials, steps, and tips for neat professional installation. Firstly, regarding materials, you will need an electrical panel, circuit breakers, Romex cables such as NMB, NMC, or UFB, conduit or electrical metallic tubing ENT, which is optional for protection, cable clamps or staples and wire nuts. The following steps outline the roughing process. 1. Determine the panel location. Choose an accessible location, typically in the basement if that is the location of your work. Mount the panel on a wall stud or on a backboard that is securely attached to the wall. 2. Install conduit. If desired, run conduit or ENT from the panel to various outlets and switches. Secure the conduit with straps or clips. 3. Run Romex cables. Run Romex cables from the panel to the outlets and switches. Use the shortest possible cable lengths to avoid unnecessary waste. Use cable clamps or staples to secure the cables to framing members. 4. Route cables into the panel. Choose the appropriate knockouts on the panel for the cable sizes you are using. Trim the sheathing off the cables, leaving about 6 inches of exposed wire. Route the wires through the knockouts and into the panel. 5. Secure cables in the panel. Use cable clamps inside the panel to secure the cables in place. Bend the wires to fit the available space. 6. Connect wires to circuit breakers. Strip about 1 inch of insulation from the end of each wire. Connect the wires to the appropriate circuit breakers using wire nuts. Push the circuit breakers into place. 7. Install the cover plate. Install the cover plate on the panel to protect the wiring and circuit breakers. To achieve a neat and professional installation, consider these additional tips. Firstly, use cable ties or Velcro straps. Bundle cables together and secure them to framing members for a tidy appearance. Secondly, keep wires organized. Avoid crossing or tangling wires. Route them cleanly in parallel to framing members. Thirdly, make smooth bends. Use a conduit bender or a pair of pliers to create smooth 90-degree bends in cables if needed. Fourthly, use cable fillers. If there are any unused knockouts in the panel, insert cable fillers to prevent drafts and moisture from entering. Fifthly, label cables. If possible, label the cables with their purpose, for example, kitchen outlets or basement lights, for easy identification during troubleshooting. Adhere to local building codes. It is always important to adhere to local building codes and consult with a licensed electrician if there are any questions or concerns. Cable management within the panel is crucial for both safety and aesthetics. Neatly arranged cables not only look professional, but also make troubleshooting and future modifications easier. When routing Romex cables into the panel, ensure that you leave enough slack for easy connections to the circuit breakers, but avoid excessive lengths that can create clutter. Use cable clamps at the panel entrance to secure the cables and prevent them from being pulled out. Inside the panel, organize the wires so that they run parallel to each other. This can be achieved by using cable ties or Velcro straps to bundle the wires together. Avoid crossing wires unnecessarily, as this can make it difficult to trace circuits and can increase the risk of accidental contact. When connecting wires to circuit breakers, make sure to use the correct size wire nuts for the number and gauge of wires being joined. Tighten the wire nuts securely to ensure solid electrical connection. Proper grounding is another essential aspect of panel roughings. The grounding system provides a path for fault current to return to the source, which helps to protect against electrical shock and fire hazards. Ensure that the grounding conductor is properly connected to the grounding bus bar in the panel. The grounding bus bar should be securely bonded to the metal enclosure of the panel and to the building's grounding electrode system. When running Romex cables, pay attention to the support requirements. The National Electrical Code (NEC) specifies how often Romex cables must be supported to prevent them from sagging or becoming damaged. Generally, Romex cables must be supported within 12 inches of a box or fitting and at intervals not exceeding 4½ feet along the run. Use cable staples or cable ties to secure the cables to framing members. Be careful not to over-tighten the staples, as this can damage the cable sheathing. When choosing circuit breakers for the panel, make sure to select the correct type and size for the circuits they will be protecting. Circuit breakers are designed to trip and interrupt the flow of current in the event of an overload or short circuit. Using the wrong size circuit breaker can create a fire hazard. Consult the NEC and local electrical codes to determine the correct circuit breaker sizes for your application. Labeling the circuit breakers is essential for safety and convenience. Use a circuit directory to identify each circuit breaker and the area or appliance it serves. This will make it much easier to turn off the correct circuit when performing electrical work or troubleshooting problems. A well-labeled circuit directory can also be helpful for future homeowners or tenants. Consider the future expansion of the electrical system when roughing in the panel. Leave some spare capacity in the panel for future circuits. This will avoid the need to replace the panel if you decide to add more electrical loads later on. It is also a good idea to install a larger conduit than is currently needed to allow for future wire pulls. The NEC specifies minimum working clearances around electrical panels to ensure that electricians can safely access the panel for maintenance and repairs. Make sure to maintain these clearances when choosing the location for the panel. Generally, there must be at least 36 inches of clear space in front of the panel and at least 30 inches of width. The panel must also be accessible from the floor or a permanent platform. Consider the aesthetic aspects of the panel installation. While functionality and safety are the primary concerns, a neat and professional-looking installation can also add value to the home. Align the panel squarely on the wall and ensure that the cover plate is properly installed. Use cable ties to bundle wires together and keep them out of sight. Avoid leaving exposed wires or messy connections. When working with electrical wiring, always follow safe work practices. Turn off the power to the circuit before working on any electrical components. Use insulated tools to prevent accidental contact with live wires. Wear safety glasses to protect your eyes from arc flashes and flying debris. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician to do the work. The NEC contains detailed requirements for electrical installations. Familiarize yourself with the NEC and local electrical codes before starting any electrical work. The NEC is updated every 3 years, so make sure you are using the latest edition. Consider the environmental conditions when choosing materials for the panel rough-in. If the panel is located in a damp or corrosive environment, use materials that are resistant to moisture and corrosion. For example, use galvanized conduit and stainless steel hardware. If the panel is located in a hot environment, use wires with high temperature insulation. When installing Romex cables in attics or crawl spaces, protect them from physical damage. Run the cables through conduit or secure them to running boards to prevent them from being stepped on or damaged by rodents. Use cable bushings to protect the cables from abrasion where they pass through metal studs or framing members. When making wire connections, use the correct type of connectors for the application. Use wire nuts for splicing wires together and terminal screws for connecting wires to devices. Make sure the connectors are properly sized for the wires being used. Use antioxidant compound on aluminum wire connections to prevent corrosion. When running Romex cables through walls, avoid damaging the cable sheathing. Use a cable ripper to carefully remove the outer jacket of the cable without nicking the inner conductors. Use cable guards to protect the cables from nails or screws when installing drywall. When installing electrical boxes, make sure they are securely mounted to framing members. Use box supports to prevent the boxes from being pushed back into the wall. Install the boxes at the correct height above the floor to comply with accessibility requirements. When installing light fixtures, make sure they are properly supported and wired. Use the correct size wire for the fixture and connect the wires to the fixture terminals according to the manufacturer's instructions. Use a wire stripper to remove the insulation from the wires without damaging the conductors. When installing switches and receptacles, make sure they are properly grounded. Connect the grounding conductor to the grounding terminal on the device and to the grounding wire in the box. Use a level to ensure that the devices are installed straight and plumb. When installing smoke detectors, follow the manufacturer's instructions and local building codes. Install smoke detectors on every level of the home and in each sleeping area. Interconnect the smoke detectors so that they all sound an alarm when one detects smoke. Test the smoke detectors regularly to ensure they are working properly. When installing carbon monoxide detectors, follow the manufacturer's instructions and local building codes. Install carbon monoxide detectors on every level of the home and near sleeping areas. Test the carbon monoxide detectors regularly to ensure they are working properly. When installing arc fault circuit interrupters of size, follow the manufacturer's instructions and local electrical codes. ASICs are designed to protect against electrical fires caused by arc faults. Install ASICs on circuits that serve bedrooms, living rooms, and other areas where people spend a lot of time. When installing ground fault circuit interrupters GFCIs, follow the manufacturer's instructions and local electrical codes. GFCIs are designed to protect against electrical shock caused by ground faults. Install GFCIs on circuits that serve bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor areas. When installing surge protectors, follow the manufacturer's instructions and local electrical codes. Surge protectors are designed to protect electronic equipment from damage caused by voltage surges. Install surge protectors at the main electrical panel and at individual outlets. When installing lighting control systems, follow the manufacturer's instructions and local electrical codes. Lighting control systems can be used to dim lights, control lighting scenes, and automate lighting schedules. When installing home automation systems, follow the manufacturer's instructions and local electrical codes. Home automation systems can be used to control lights, appliances, thermostats, and other devices remotely. When installing renewable energy systems, follow the manufacturer's instructions and local electrical codes. Renewable energy systems can be used to generate electricity from solar, wind, or other renewable sources. When installing electric vehicle charging stations, follow the manufacturer's instructions and local electrical codes. Electric vehicle charging stations can be used to charge electric vehicles. Always double-check your work to ensure that everything is installed correctly and safely. Use a multimeter to verify that circuits are properly wired and grounded. Use a circuit tester to verify that outlets and switches are working properly. If you are not sure about something, ask a qualified electrician for help. Remember that electrical work can be dangerous, so always take precautions to protect yourself from electrical shock and fire hazards. By following these best practices, you can ensure that your power roughing is done safely, professionally, and in compliance with all applicable codes and standards. This will help to protect your home and family from electrical hazards and ensure that your electrical system functions properly for years to come. Also, remember to obtain all necessary permits before starting any electrical work. Contact your local building department to find out what permits are required for your project. Schedule an inspection with the building department after the electrical work is completed to ensure that it meets all applicable codes and standards. Keep accurate records of all electrical work performed, including the date of the work, the materials used, and the results of any tests or inspections. This information can be helpful for future maintenance or repairs. Be aware of the limitations of your own skills and knowledge. If you are not comfortable performing certain electrical tasks, hire a qualified electrician to do the work. It is better to be safe than sorry when it comes to electricity. Stay up to date on the latest electrical codes and standards. The electrical industry is constantly evolving, so it is important to stay informed about the latest changes and best practices. Attend continuing education courses and read industry publications to keep your skills and knowledge sharp. Share your knowledge and experience with others. Help to train the next generation of electricians by sharing your knowledge and experience. Mentor apprentices and provide guidance to new electricians. Be a responsible and ethical electrician. Always put safety first and follow all applicable codes and standards. Treat your customers with respect and provide them with honest and reliable service. Promote the electrical industry and encourage others to pursue a career in this rewarding field.